Hello. Hey, Bay Squad. Listen, my bow is like all deflated, but that's okay. Um, hey, Bay Squad. We gotta talk about the messy butch queens, okay? The messy butch queens. And if you're gonna be like, oh my God, Bree, I'm gonna change the title. I just didn't have time to do a thumbnail. I am in here recording a video. I did record it. Y'all should be seeing it. Stay tuned for the premiere. Um, I had to get me some sleep. I had to get me some sleep. Your girl was tired. I was exhausted. I slept for almost 3 hours. A nap is only supposed to be 45 minutes, and I was asleep an hour. Working is kicking my ass. I'm really thinking about putting in my paperwork because I'm tired of working. And I know that sounds crazy, but I've been working since I was 16. I'm in my 30s now. I don't know. It could be because I just don't want to work. I don't know. I just want to do content full time because to me that is a life that I would love. I want to do content full time, 24/7. That's what I want to do. And realizing America is ghetto is hard. It's hard. It's hard. Bay Squad, can we talk? Okay. And I mean this in the kindest way because I don't want anybody to think I'm anti-gays. I'm not. But I've seen the backlash from Don Lemon. Well deserved. It is well deserved. And I'm going to look for the clip. I'm going to look for the clip because the clip was telling. We got to talk about Perez Hilton. Listen. Listen. When y'all are out here covering people 24/7 the way that he covered people, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. If you don't take a break for your mental well-being and making sure you are protecting your peace, anything can happen. I will not be showing the Perez Hilton TikTok. I think that's strange that TikTok allowed him to self-mutilate on live like that. Crazy. But Bay Squad, like, comment, subscribe, tap that notification bell so you can get all the updates and alerts. And remember, opinions are not facts. Everything we say here is allegedly and for entertainment purposes solely. So sit back, relax, sip you some apple juice or my faith vegan water, and let's get into the mess. How you can like this video is by double tapping the screen or hitting those three dots right there. Thumbs up, thumbs down, subscribe if you like the vibe, share if you care. How you can engage with this video, how you can hype this video, how you can send a donation, how you can send a gift is by hitting those three dots right there. And that being said, opinions are not facts, and everything we say is for entertainment purposes only. And let's get into the mess. Let's get into the mess. Thank y'all. Y'all are gonna ask, Bree, what is the skincare routine? Listen, write it down. Drink your water. Drink your water. Take your vitamins. And you have to do some type of anaerobic workout in there. Between 45 minutes to an hour and a half. I would not go over an hour and a half. Now you have these technological apps and stuff saying you need to work out for at least 2.5 hours. I think that is crazy. You don't need to do that. You can get a really good workout in if you stretching. I stretch at home. And then I get in the car to go to the gym or personal trainer. I'm going to get me a personal trainer. There's just some goals I want to hit. I have some weddings to attend. And I want to shut the party down. I want to shut the party down. But that's what you have to do for clear skin. I don't have anything on my face except for sunscreen. I use Shiseido sunscreen. If you follow me on the Instagrams, then you would see it. I use a really good sunscreen. Yes, Black people, you need sunscreen. I use a really good sunscreen. Make sure you're putting on the moisturizer. I layer based off of the things that I need throughout the day. Case in point, I put on whatever type of drops in my face before I put the moisturizer on, okay? Then I put the moisturizer on to seal it in, and then I put the sunscreen on top as the barrier. And of course, you got to smile. Smiling keeps the grays away, the haters away, and all those things. You got to smile more. Smiling will change your trajectory, which let's get into Perez Hilton. I am old enough to know who Perez Hilton is. He was a big thing when I was in school. When I was in school, Perez Hilton had already made his mark. He is one of the OG digital creators in this space. He's up there with in my opinion, the Michelle Etielians, the one who got sued, Nicole Bitchie, who else? The media takeouts of the world, all of them, right? When the space was it was uncharted territory. So he is an original OG. It just so happened Perez Hilton covered like mainly white media, but white media type A-list celebrity status, meaning like what's a good thing? People who would be on People magazine, The Vogues, Cosmopolitan, what is the other one? What? Sports Illustrated. If you wasn't on there or the National Enquirer, he was not talking about you. So that means the Britney Spearses, the Nicki Minaj's, the Rihanna's, the Beyonce's, who else he used to talk about so bad? The Keshas, the Lady Gagas, the Black Eyed Peas, the Fergies, those, right? Huge, made millions of dollars before it was ever even thought about in this space. He is one of the OGs. So granted, a lot of people don't like him, especially on his coverage of Britney Spears at her time of mental illness and her mental breakdown. But I find it very coincidental. Y'all know I don't believe in a coinkydink. Britney Spears came out here doing her sexy dance and he had his mental relapse. Britney Spears came out here channeling the chakras. And this fool became hyper religiously focused, and then proceeds on to go on TikTok Live and harms himself. I said, one, I did not know Perez Hilton was not married. I thought he was married to his forever partner. What happened to the forever partner? What's happening to those children? His poor mother? Like, what is going on? And I get it. A lot of people are saying mental health, mental health, mental health. Let me tell you something. When you're covering the business, there's some occults too. So I want to be very clear. When you're in this space, you have to not only be protected mentally, you have to be protected spiritually. Because his rants gave demonic. Baby, the demons hop right out. He didn't even sound like himself. And it's coming from somebody who would frequent to see what he said about some of the A-list celebrities. I enjoyed the Lady Gagas, the Britneys. If you know, you know. So I don't understand why TikTok allowed him to even do something like that. That's crazy because TikTok will literally ban you for using a word. They will stifle the video if they feel like whatever, right? But he was allowed to be up for 30-something minutes harming himself. You got to be careful out here. Hey, Erica. Hey, boo. You have to be careful out here. That's a lot. That's a lot. It's unfortunate. Mental health is real, but these demons are real too. And when you are mentally weak, when you are at your lowest mentally, That's when you are attacked your hardest. This is coming from somebody, y'all remember, I literally cried on the internet, and then it was like this thing, it was like a whirlwind. Um the best example for me to share with y'all that I saw in real time, a real psychological break, was Wiley. Like seeing it on the camera. Wiley, when Wiley got that call, he got something from Denot. Denot sent him something. And then you could see his mental break, right? Granted, Wiley is better now. He's medicated. He's doing amazing. He's a huge advocate for mental health. And then we see the steps from that. We see him go to the Walmart, and then the Walmart incident. Those videos are up. I was a part of that. Fast forward to now. Seeing Perez Hilton like that, where was the village? Because I know what I was doing to try to help Wiley. And as quiet as this kept, I will keep preaching it to the rooftop, whether y'all believe me or not. A lot of content creators was like, Bree, if you can get to him, be safe. We will put money up so he can get the help that he needs. Handle the Bible. I have no reason to lie about that. So seeing somebody at that level mentally unravel, where is the village? Where is the village? Where is the team? The moment somebody starts quoting the Bible as the end all be all, and that becomes their entire personality and all that, what's going on? Let's have a talk. I'm talking about quoting scripture. Then he was talking about, like, it was a lot. To me, I would have been like, cut the internet, because his kids are going to have to see it. Again, I did not know his man and his man are not together. That usually leads to a break. Y'all remember when I was dating Mr. Libra? When we broke up, I told y'all I still had to come and put out the content. The content doesn't stop. The manosphere was on my head. And I was just like, right now is not a good time. But, you know, the content never sleeps. So you have to take time out for yourself. I just saw Lando talk about that. Him and his man broke up. He said, I don't feel like posting. I think that is the realest thing you could do, because in 2026 you have to be real with yourself. And if you're not real with yourself, you're going to lie to other people. And why lie to yourself? If you can't be truthful and honest about how you feel, it's going to pour out and resonate. And I don't know what Perez is going through, but when you attack a lot of people who are in this entertainment industry and they are protected by God knows what, you have to protect yourself too. That is very huge. I told y'all, I said I was out there in nature in Louisiana. Sometimes you got to go home and plant your feet. Sometimes you have to go home and plant your feet and touch a tree or two. I was all in the nature. I was at my family reunion on land where they were slaves and sharecroppers, and now they're free. And I put my feet on the land. And I was talking to the trees and telling them thank you for keeping me and the abundance. And it was a beautiful day, and the breeze was coming through. And I was like, please let the breeze come through. And the breeze was coming through. I showed that video. The video was up because I did a kitty video. We was outside in 97-degree weather. It was 97 the temperature. That's not how it felt outside. It felt like a 115. Out in the country in Clayton, Louisiana, feet planted on solid ground. Ground where they had to do all types of stuff. So yes. You got to protect yourself, because these people, they're going to feel away, and they're going to do all the things they need to do to get you up off them. So prayers up to him and his family. I feel bad for his kids. I feel bad for his mother, because nobody wants to see that. And he has a long road ahead of him. And this is how he makes his money. He made millions of dollars talking about people, and now he's being talked about. It's crazy. It's crazy. People are saying karma. A lot of people don't care for him, and that's because he is good at what he do. When you're good at what you do, whether that's your personality or not, people hate you. I'm just telling y'all that's what it is. It is what it is. Let's move on to Don Lemon, a Louisiana native. A Louisiana native. I gotta talk about my Louisiana uncle because he older than me. I didn't know Don Lemon was like so much older. I thought Don Lemon was in his 30s. I don't know why I thought that, but that's what I thought. That's what I thought. So where did I see that video at? So let's get into why people are upset. I'm going to be playing from Nikki at Night because she's the only one I saw on Instagram who had this video up. Make sure y'all subscribe to her.
I want to say this to you. There's a lot of blacks right along with a lot of whites that are having this problem. When Ben Crump and Al Sharpton came to our state, I think one thing they did wrong was you can't come down here and start saying that our state is prejudiced. This is prejudiced place. This is the state that lynched and killed Emmett Till. Well, that was 71 years ago. And Emmett Till was killed for looking and whistling at a white woman. These days, it's so many blacks having babies with white people. White men are marrying black women down here. We have so many sandy brown haired mixed babies running around down here. We are a gumbo down here. And another thing, Don, is we are a military community. White people try their best to not ruffle the feathers of black people, and black people try their best not to ruffle the feathers of white people for the majority of it. So when Ben Crump come to this town and start saying things like that, he's alienating these people and he's getting pushback now. That's why he's getting all this pushback.
This man right here, it's given the I couldn't be Detective Tatum. I couldn't be a Detective Tatum because what? No, Mississippi has a long lineage and history of anti-blackness. So much so when Beulah May, look it up, sued and won, it bankrupted the state. It bankrupted the state because they harmed her son who was not doing anything but minding his black business. And they felt like they were entitled to harming him. The Klan is alive and well. I hate when these people get up here and do this stuff. I literally drove through Mississippi. It still seems very segregated. I don't care what y'all say. They have plantations up. Actively up. And if your plantation is not paid for through the necessities you're supposed to, they turn it into a prison. Hello, Angola. I could talk from experience because I'm from Louisiana. I know. Angola is on one of the biggest plantations. And when the family wasn't making that money, they turned it into a prison. Shout out to the 13th Amendment. Hence why they're giving out these harsh sentences so they can navigate and work the fields. If you haven't noticed, look around. Like, CW and I were having a conversation about that. She was like, well, you know, up north, they have all these historical buildings and things like that. We have that too, but we have the plantations. See, we're not afraid to show y'all what we did with the plantations that were kept up with the family. They turned them into privately owned prisons, federal prisons, state institutions. I drove through Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia. You can see it. You can see it. So when they get up here talking about it's Ben Crump stirring it up. No.
And it's going to be, it's hurting the whole entire investigation, which is why he's probably not getting a lot of help from people. To me, that's the deal. You cannot come in here and tell us how racist we are. Where these people showing you how they hate you doing that type of stuff in our community, and he's going to get this type of pushback that he's getting. But you cannot walk into this town claiming it's racism, all these same state that killed Emmett Till, these racist white people, when he's been hanging with them same white guys all his life.
People who
You can hang out with people and they still be racist, okay? I tell y'all that all the time. Listen, I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. I work at Instacart. At Instacart, I could look in the office and I could see how many of me there was. I'm in upstate New York. Upstate New York. Upstate New York. Syracuse area. I can see how many of us there is. There's a lot of people who are in interracial relationships. But let's be very clear. MAGA down. MAGA down. Stare at you and be like, how dare you be here? Who afforded you this opportunity? This is why I say, when people just accept that he has been beaten into submission. Because no, it's not okay. Multiple things can be right at the same time. Yes, he was friends with them, but they lied. Their first initial response was not to save him. It was to bury him. It was to cover it up. That is a problem. That is a problem. Because we know if Nolan was white, they would have taken him to the hospital.
are on the internet, the people who don't live in Mississippi, they see a black guy with all white guys and they go, oh, he's the only one that didn't come home. The history of Mississippi. Blah. So people start putting two and two together, and that's why race is involved in.
When Emmett Till was killed, 1955, I believe it was, he died for whistling and sipping.
And that's why people are dog walking Don Lemon, because Don Lemon had this fool. You do not have to, and I need the journalists to understand this, and I need the journalists who are used to doing things like this, because he used to be on CNN. Don Lemon is married to a white man. So, I don't put nothing past Don Lemon. Don Lemon is a messy butch queen, okay? With his fine self, good teeth, good education, he is messy. He learned those messy tactics being in journalism all those years. He's getting the views, right? He doesn't want to isolate his white supporters. So that's why he did it. And that is why I say, he deserves the backlash because he knows better. Don is not stupid. He's from Louisiana. Don is not stupid. He is from Louisiana. He's from the bayou, baby. If nobody knows, we know, right? Gina 6 happened literally a few hours away from where my dad works. If you know, you know. So I understand the sentiments of this wannabe to be like, don't isolate our white people, but the white people are doing stuff wrong. The judge did something wrong. The parents did something wrong. Y'all knew the mother was looking for Nolan. And you called the Coast Guard, but didn't want the Coast Guard. You called CETO, but didn't want CETO. We find out the sheriff said there's no foul play, but if you know anything about any type of medical anything, then you would know the way his body was on the shore. Why are there no crabs chomping at his body? Y'all, like anybody who understands fishing, whether it's from crabbing, crawfish, all that, then there's certain things you understand and you know. Like the fact that his body was fully intact. And we know what goes on down there. Like, who are you lying to at this time in this season? The sheriff didn't even give the mother enough grace before he went on TV and said no foul play. He went on TV and said no foul play. So again, I don't understand why Don Lemon had to platform somebody like this. Granted, he did it for sensationalism because he is a sensationalized journalist. He is from that background. He comes from the CNN background. He saw that man out here talking big cash money-ish and all those things and did that video talking about I'm from Alabama. You got to stay away from people like that. The people who say, I don't see race, you have to stay away from people like that because those people are dangerous. They will set you up. They will set you up. There's a woman who was found hanging yesterday. outside. I'm not saying black people don't unalive themselves, because y'all know my friend unalived himself. We talked about this. Hence why I'm the biggest proponent of, if you are feeling like you're down, talk to somebody, because people still love you. That hurt does not go away. That stain does not go away. And to see another black body hanging from a tree. All these random black people just hanging themselves from trees. Whether they tied up, whether they covered in a cape, whether they're beaten and then hanging. It's just so crazy. And then you have this weak ass woman who rules it either accidental or a self-mutilation. Stacey Turner. Then you have the Jackson counties and the Orange Springs and the rest, who are just like, we're not investigating. But then when they finally get the bodies and the remains, they're doing the investigation. And it turns out it is foul play. It's crazy. Where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Run the checkup. Run the checkup. And run the checkup. Thank you. 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 It says wake it up, breathe. Thank you so much, Sarah. Thank you so much for the donation. Let me see who's up in here. Hey, T2. Hey, boo. He sounded like a fool. Yes, he did. That doesn't mean racism doesn't exist. It still definitely does. I'm a few seconds behind, but I'm with you. Them southern states are very much still, okay? I live in Georgia, and yes, it's definitely segregated to a certain extent, and there are plantations still around. Baby, they be flying the flag high in pride. Okay? It's crazy. They be out there doing blackface. It's crazy. Speak, friend. Hey, Darius. Hey, Boo. Sweat equity is what they call it. That's what they calling it. That's a new term. That's why I said I can't. It says, I am a nurse who works with whites and blacks. You can tell when you are in a room of MAGA Nation. They don't respect your authority, and they will tell you they only want their own with each other. Ooh. Baby, it is crazy. Hey, y'all. Hey. So when I see stuff like this, I'm not upset. I'm not upset. I'm honestly in disbelief, right? Because people are seeing how viral the I couldn't be a detective Tatum is going by just being a platformed fool. They're giving him the Candace Owens treatment, and it's crazy. They don't even like him. They don't like him. We saw how they were treating him at the MAGA events. They little boy him. His wife, very anti-black, but that's who he's married to. Like, nobody looks to him with respect or awe, and he wants to be white so bad. You can tell, because everything is, not only is it a grift, it's just so anti and so just ignorant. And I'm like, no wonder you didn't make it to a detective. You're not smart. Not smart. Those interviews blew up horribly, and he's running with it. And I'm just like, baby, you couldn't even get the creme de la creme of white women. But you think somebody is this and that, and he's always talking about black people are racist, and he's always contradicting himself. And they love to put it at Ben Crump's feet, because Ben Crump is getting to the pieces with his team and Al Sharpton. Multiple things can be right at the same time. Y'all know I called them endless chasers. Yes, but when it comes to this, they are getting to the nitty gritty. Never in my a million years have I seen y'all dismantle and disrupt the victims' side of the family. They are the victims. Nolan Wells' parents are victims. Their child did not come back home after going out. Then y'all said he was on the party favors and inebriated. It's conflicting stories. Then you have the judge who's tied to the sheriff's office and the DA and everybody else and the medical examiner out here routing calls directly to her line. Isn't that interfering with an investigation? Hence why I say, is there not going to be any type of recourse for stuff like that? And that's why I said, you know, when I was very clear, I said, these people are not your friends. This is what I was talking about. I don't care if they're having mixed babies. They still don't like you. Let me find the video of Officer Tate's wife, baby, because that was so telling. She don't like no black people. And she over there married to what? They will be married, have your children, and still not like you. They do it all the time. They are born and bred to do that. That is in them. That's in their DNA. Let me see. He got his wife up here somewhere. I don't know if he took her down because he was getting so much backlash because she's not a top tier white woman. She was talking about the Odyssey. She was talking about the Odyssey. Here she go.
Horrific. Says borderline barbaric, troubled Dem payroll vendor accused of punishing employees for taking paid family leave. So Rippling has actually received like a bunch of tax breaks from Gavin Newsom in California, Kathy Hochul
This is
in
his
New
wife.
York. Both people.
Corrine Marie. Let me look for a picture so y'all can see she is a bottom tier white woman. He didn't even get the creme de la creme. This ain't no beauty queen. This ain't no model. This ain't blonde hair, blue eyed. But she out here pushing the propaganda of the MAGA. And she be posting shit like this. That's his wife. He thinks if he assimilates with this, he's doing something. Look at her. Look at her. This is his wife. That's why he was mad at D.L. Hughley. Because D.L. Hughley clocked it. I told y'all a few years ago, I said, y'all, he got the bottom of the barrel. She's not even considered a top tier woman in her community. Look at her. Strong faced. Strong faced. Strong face. And I hate to do looks, but we got to talk about it. Because when they go get one of them, you supposed to get a looker, baby. He ain't go get, let me see what Patrick Mahomes' wife looks like. Let's go to her. Patrick Mahomes' wife. What's her name? Patrick Mahomes. Because that's the mixed kids they be talking about. Y'all know Patrick Mahomes' daddy was arrested. What they got going on over there? Patrick Mahomes. Brittany Mahomes. He didn't get a Brittany. You're supposed to get somebody that look like somebody over there. He didn't get a Giselle. He didn't get a what's a pretty white girl over there? A Zara Larson. He got that. Strong face, strong jaw, super skinny. Rage baiting, you know, anti-blackness. And they love it. They're making a grift. I don't even get mad at it. So, yeah. They deserve it. Everybody deserves to get dragged. All of them deserve to get dragged. But, y'all, I just have to bring y'all that. I can't wait for y'all to see my content that I am doing. We are definitely covering the Cam Newton calling out Cardi B's team. I can't wait for y'all to see my upload on that. And on that note, what are your thoughts, Bay Squad? And how do I join the Bay Squad chat? Please point me in the right direction. Okay, so you're going to go on Instagram. Let me see if I can do it. You're going to go on Instagram. It's Bay Squad. Let me see. Copy link. I'm going to put it in the chat. I'm going to put it in the chat right now. Sorry, because this is how y'all know if we're going live. This is exactly how y'all know. My apologies, bays. Look at me. I look so good on the screen. Hey. Paste. The Instagram link is in the chat, and that will take you to the that will take you to where the bays get all the information.
Hey, Boo Bears. Let me say this. My husband and I are going to continue to advocate. I know so many people are like, oh my God, you need to stay off social media. You need to give it a break. Well, just know I'm not on social media all day. I'm not. I've been heavy in my Kindle. And then, of course, too, I have other children that I take care of. But occasionally I do pop on. Most of the time I just pose, come off. But trust and believe that I'm doing the things I need to do to take care of my mental. And sometimes posting does feel nice because I get to check in with my different Boo Bears and see how everyone is doing. But if you have an issue with me advocating and asking questions, I don't think I'm the problem, babe. I think you're the problem. I think you need to take a step back and ask yourself, why are you so triggered? Or what is causing you to be so upset that I am asking for answers? That is it. That is all. Never asked for special treatment, none of that. But there are just a lot of people who's bothered. But what I will tell you is that there are a lot more people who, despite the nasty, negative narratives that are trying to be thrown out there, there's a lot of other people supporting me and my husband Elmore, and we just appreciate that. You know, just as parents, losing a child, I'm telling you, y'all, it hits different. My mom passed away. It's going to be 8 years. And this hurt, I've said this in another video, this hurt is different. This is like a soul-wrenching hurt. Like, you feel like your heart is just being ripped out. I don't even know if that's even a good way to describe this hurt, but yeah. But I just want to say thank you, guys. Like, I'm telling y'all, like, thank you so much. Thank you to all the content creators who are using their podcasts, their platforms, all those things to make sure that Nolan's story is going. Like, I appreciate y'all. And I know I say thank you all the time, but even when I'm broken, like, I still need to give thanks, whether it's thanking the Lord for another day, thanking him for the time we had with Nolan, or just simply saying thank you to you guys for just loving on me and my family and your prayers. And I appreciate it. I'm sorry I can't get back to everybody because it is overwhelming, but just know I appreciate you and I love you. And I'm going to go clean up and get my life together. Have a great Sunday, guys.
And y'all think that lady wants to hear, oh, we're making mixed race babies and race isn't a big deal? Child, please. Where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Run the checkup. Run the checkup. And run the checkup. It says, Bree, did you see where the white man said they've been throwing black men in the water for years because we can't swim? He laughed about it. No, I didn't. I'm glad I did not see that. And yet they want to say it's not about race. That's crazy. So come up here bold, emboldened. It's just so wild. He said they've been doing it for years, and no, I'm not prejudiced or racist. I have several white friends, but I'm aware there's a difference. Yeah, that's weird. That is so strange to me. And that's why you cannot platform people. And this is why I feel like Don Lemon being dragged, good. I couldn't make it to Detective Tatum, good. Drag them to the pits of hell. I can't even get upset that they're dragging Perez Hilton, because whatever you put out into the universe, you have to understand. It's bound to come back. And this is why I say education is so important. This is why I say a degree is so important. A degree would help you understand with the comprehensions and things of that nature. You can tell the people who went to school and those who paid for the school. And I'll leave that on that. But what are your thoughts, Bay Squad? What are your opinions? Comment down below. I gotta go. Bye, hoes.